Wagwan viewers and subs, welcome back for another episode with Mario's paint class. In today's video, I have this Honda. It's been in an accident. It's gonna need new headlights, new headlight brackets, new hood, new grille, new bumper, possibly new hinges. I don't know any of that until I remove all these parts. So that's the first step to getting this repair done. I want to remove all these damaged parts and see underneath it if I need anything else or if the car has frame damage. Now, my little shop here doesn't do frame damage. So if we have any car with frame damage, we're going to have to send that car out. So the worst thing we could ever do, which happened before, is paint the car and then afterwards try to fit everything and find out it has frame damage. Now guys, most of the parts that I'm using in this video, well, all of them really is aftermarket parts, which is gonna make fitment a little bit harder than it is to fit the OEM parts. So I cut in the hood, paint the inside, and then I paint it outside to see what the color looks like. The headlights, the bumper, they all fit decent. It's not perfect. If you zoom it up, you can see that the gaps are very wide. I even loosened the bolts on the fender and try to push it in and then tighten. None of that works. The gap that you see is the gap that you get. The good thing is that the customer already know these things. Before putting aftermarket parts on a customer's car, make sure that they know what they're getting into. Now that I got all the test fitting out of the way, I can go ahead and focus on the necessary repairs. So damages is on the fender, both fenders. So I'm gonna fix all the scratches and all the dings and all the rock chips so I can get it primed. So I'm gonna sand it down with 180 grit sandpaper and then add a little glaze putty and then sand the glaze putty with 180 and finish up with 320 and 400. I am using guide code to help with the sanding. It's gonna show me all the imperfections that still needs to be sanded. Make sure to sand in different directions. One direction is gonna create more waves and you're gonna see it once you start painting. Once I'm done with the bodywork, I go ahead and mask off all areas I don't intend to prime and remove any parts that may be in my way. Before you prime, always remember to sand a little further from your bodywork, because if you prime over clear coat, it's gonna cause a problem called mapping. Mapping is like you're gonna see a little ring around your bodywork while you're painting. So in order to not get that problem, just don't prime over clear. Okay, moving on. Now clearly guys, you see that the color that I used when I was cutting in the hood does not match. So I went ahead and did a couple more spray outs to see which color would match best. This one does not look that good either, not even for a blend. It's a little too green and it's still too light. So I have another one here and this one looks a tad darker but better. Blendable. This is definitely blendable. But for one thing I can tell you for sure is that it's not gonna match that pillar. But I use the pillar because it's the hardest part to match. Once I'm done with that, I go ahead and prep the rest of the car with 800 and get it ready to get into the boot so I can get it painted. And it's time to get to the fun stuff. I have my Adhesion Promoter here, the Smart brand, and I'm just gonna mist this all over the bumper. The reason being, this is a new bumper and it's raw plastic, you always want to make sure you get proper adhesion. Without proper adhesion, that paint is gonna peel off within a year. I have this happen to me at least 2 to 3 times already. So no adhesion promoter and no sealer means your paint will be peeling off.
Nowadays, nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingy, she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here, might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up, wait till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice.
You're probably wondering what happened here. Well, there was an imperfection here that was just an eyesore. I had to get rid of it or else I would see it once I paint over it. So I went ahead and dusted first before I start painting in full. Never paint fresh paint wet because it will start to wrinkle on you. Two coats of paint and we're looking really good. It's nice and uniform, nice and smooth. So what do you think, guys? Think it's ready for clear? If so, we're gonna get this baby looking shiny. If you guys notice, I tried my best not to paint the part of the fender that closest to the pillar. I want this not to look horrible, but at the same time there's not much I can do. Well, I could burn in the pillar, but what's the point if the rest of it is gonna look like crap? Time to get the gloss going. The clear that I'm using is the 4.0 UTEC clear, and this is a 4:1 mix ratio. My secret ingredient for this one is reducer, so I mix it 4:1. This really helps the clear to flow out a lot smoother. It's a bit on the thick side, so the reducer really helps it. Spraying it for a while, when you spray new products for a while, or any new product at all, you start to figure it out in what works best.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be, but they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn, but they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. Not afraid to love you. Not afraid to love you. I'm gonna go where my heart is. From now on, I'm being honest. I'm gonna show that.
And after 2 coats of clear, the car is looking good as new. What do you guys think? Nice and slick. There's no dry spots on here because I make sure that I was paying attention to what I was doing, watching the clear as I laid down. Oh, my overlapping was on point. I tell you one thing, I do not like buffing dry spot. Buffing dry spot is the word. It takes up too much time and it takes too much sandpaper, so it's just a waste. I prefer to buff a dirt nib over anything any day. I will show you some clips of what this look like outside. So until next time, I'll see you guys on the next one. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, and you know, I'm out.
Stepping on your roller coaster, going down, but I never felt this high. Biggest ride of the century.